Good morning. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the diaspora machismo. My people, it was another beautiful day for a protest and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Let me first remind you, the front of my sign says, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's friendship, and or the white man's fame. And the reverse of my sign says, white man, why have you enslaved the African American, the Latinos, etc.? It was another beautiful day for a protest and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. There is nothing particularly interesting that I should bring to your attention as it relates to my protest. And as you know, when I have protested and when I have updated you as to what transpired while I protested, it is always my pleasure and my delight to bring to your attention something from the word of the Most High God. Some time ago, I came across a document called the Gay Manifesto. This is several years ago. And I read this Gay Manifesto. I spoke about it in one of the forums like this. Unfortunately, the YouTube page that video was posted on and the Facebook page that video was also posted on, the Caucasians do away with those two pages. However, after I did that video, I was unable to find that document again, no matter how hard I tried. And yesterday, I went on the internet and I made a search for the Gay Manifesto. And I found, after about 8 years of unsuccessful effort to find that document, the document that I found was a sanitized version of the Gay Manifesto that I read. The Gay Manifesto is a very angry document. It was written by angry people who was angry with the world because they and their perverted sexual lifestyle was not accepted by the general public. They were angry because they had to keep their lifestyle quiet. They were angry because they were rejected by friends and families and acquaintances in their community. They were angry because they were picked upon and abused by people who didn't approve of their lifestyle. They were angry because in some cases, even the police officers picked on them for their lifestyle. They were angry with the entire world, even with the members within their own community. And in that document, it says that we are going to rape your little boys and turn them gay. This was a declaration of vengeance for the unfair treatment these people thought they suffered because of their sexual preference. Then I began to wonder, how are they going to accomplish this? To turn every male into a homosexual? In my naive mind, I thought that this declaration was impossible. And as I start going around in Los Angeles, California, and in other localities in California, I discovered that homosexuality was rampant in this place, and that the slavery by the virtue of homosexuality was so widespread that it was even present in children 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. Then I remembered the white agenda to re-enslave the children, the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade. And as I start studying the scriptures more in depth, I realize that the gay agenda to rape our little boys and make them into homosexuals, and the white agenda to re-enslave the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade and take control of those slaves by the year 2025, and the mark of the beast were all interconnected. But there was a question that I could not find answer for. It's how was it possible for them to get all of these children between 10 and go straight up to adulthood involved in homosexuality to a point where they identify as homosexuals? And then, like a ton of bricks, the answer fell right in my lap. Take a look at this short video, after which we will discuss it at length.
Other youth facilities in California. Facilities include, but are not limited to, Los Padrinos Juvenile Hall, McLaren Children's Center, Central Juvenile Hall, Eastlake, Barry J. Neidorf Juvenile Hall, Sylmar Juvenile Hall, Challenger Memorial Youth Center, Camp Jarvis, Camp Onazuka, Camp McNair, Camp Resnick, Camp Scobie, Camp Smith, Camp Kenyon Scudder, Camp Scott, Camp Afflerbaugh Page, Camp Carl Holton, Camp David Gonzalez, Camp Kilpatrick, Campus Kilpatrick, or any other youth facilities in California. You may qualify for significant compensation and should not wait to contact us because the deadline to file is quickly approaching. Your case review is confidential and you don't pay unless we collect for you. This is your sign to join hundreds of others and take back your power. Submit the form on this video now. Our team is available for you 24/7.
So what these people did, they used the social welfare child protective services to destroy millions of young people all over the United States of America. They also use the juvenile prison system to do the same thing. A child's parents will discipline that child using corporal punishments, which may result in a belt mark remaining on that child's body. The teacher, out of concern for the child, will report that parents for abusive behavior. Child Protective Service will take that child away from their home, away from the alleged abusive parents. They will put them in the foster care system until the matter have been resolved. And while those children are waiting for their foster parents in the foster homes, the people who were put there to take care and to protect those children were abusing those children sexually and otherwise. Young boys and girls was taken from the safety of their parents' custody and home, and they were put in the system where they were raped and buggered repeatedly. These young broken vessels were then unleashed into the school system where they expose innocent children to that which have now become normal to them: homosexuality and other sexual acts they were a victim of. Let me show you how easy it is to contaminate an entire school just using one child that was abused. When I was about 5 years old, attending the Kingston Middle School, just about 5 blocks away from my home, one day I was in the toilet using the urinal. The grandson of my neighbor, who I knew very well, came and began to use the urinal right next to me. And then he said to me, "Do you want me to show you something that you've never seen before?" In my little childish mind, I say, how could he know something that I've never known before or seen before? So I say, "Yes, show it to me." As soon as I say, "Yes, show it to me," with no hesitation, as if he have done this 100 times before, he just stretched over his hands, take hold of my penis and squeeze it, and I became erected. I was shocked because the only time in my life I have ever been erected is in the morning when I wake up, just before I urinate, and after I have urinated, the erection disappeared. Then after he did that, he told me to turn around. "I want to show you something." I said, "Show me what?" He said, "Just turn around." And I insist, "Tell me what you're going to show me." And then I hear the voice in my head say, "Run." And I ran out of the toilet with speed and into my class. I share that story with you to show you that when children are sexually abused, they don't just keep that abuse by themselves, especially when such abuse become normal. Each of us are always ready, willing, and eager to share with others the things we know very well. My neighbor's grandson was a victim of sexual abuse. He did not try to sexually abuse me, but he tried to use my ignorance to gain my cooperation, to get me in a position where he can take sexual advantage of me. The question I have to ask here is how many other little boys did he do this with? And how many of those little boys failed to do as I did and run out of the toilet and allow him to show them another trick that he picked up while he was being abused. So now it brought it full circle. Now I understand why all of these 10 years, 11, 12, 13 years old children on the train behaves in such manner. Why their masculine antics is replaced by feminine traits. Why at such tender age they have the marks of homosexuality on their bodies. And how people like Richard Ross are able to use such young children to send them out to do his biddings, to become an annoyance to people who they are targeting. Now it all makes sense. That is why the Children Protective Service are always eager and anxious to remove children from healthy home environments and put them in this broken system where they can be abused, because they are trying to ensure that the deadline for the white agenda is fulfilled. And the promise that was made in the Gay Manifesto actually come to pass. It is their desire to try to make every straight man into a gay man, either by rape or by pressure. Everyone you see pass through this video have participated in homosexuality, bestiality, or abortion. They are the slaves of the white men. Most of the African American or black people, the Latinos, the Asians, and the Indians, they volunteer to become the white man's slave because they want the American dream. For it is only when you are their slave, when you have participated in homosexuality, bestiality, and abortion, then you are allowed to work, make a living, and get a shot at the elusive American dream, which none of them ever attained. They become the white man's slave, demon possessed, and the white man is able to control them and manipulate them as he sees fit. My name is Chief Strongblood. I'm St. Vincent the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the. My people, like this video, share this video. Leave a comment on this video. Let me know what your thoughts about what was said here. Remember, there are many more videos like this. Go and peruse those videos and let me know what are your thoughts. And like or subscribe based on which social media platform you are viewing this video from. And I'll talk to you soon.